College football playoffs in the works. I'm Kelly Nash. Today is Thursday, April 26th, and this is what's going on in the ACC now. The 11 FBS conference commissioners, Notre Dame Athletic Director Jack Swarbrick, and a number of TV consultants are meeting in Florida this week to decide how college football will determine its national championship starting in 2014. And according to a report from CBS Sports, a 4-team playoff held at neutral sites is the plan most likely to come from the meetings. Here's Teddy Greenstein of the Chicago Tribune reporting from Hollywood, Florida.
This is a group that usually is so tied up in self-interest, these conference commissioners, that they can't agree which day it is. But it was amazing yesterday between Jim Delaney and Larry Scott and Mike Sly from the SEC. They're all optimistic. There's a spirit of compromise, which you rarely see. You know what they still have to do is work out how those teams are selected. Will it be a search committee? Will it be a selection committee, or will they use the previous way of a combination of polls and computers? They have to figure out the money, how these new revenues are going to be divided, because this could be worth an extra $160, $170 million to be chopped up. And they also still do have to decide on where these games are going to be played. There are different ways to do it. Some people think you want to have it at neutral sites, the semifinal games. I would really favor them having them at bowl games because fans like that bowl experience. And then the final game, the championship game, probably gets bid out like the Super Bowl is now.
In 2010, linebacker Jeff Luck and defensive tackle Darious Cummings were two of FSU's 4-star recruits in their top 10 recruiting class. 2 years later, both juniors are transferring. In a press release, FSU announced that Cummings and Luck had been granted their releases to transfer to other schools. Luck played in 11 games last season and ends his Seminoles career with 23 tackles, while Cummings played in 5 games during his 2 years in tally with 7 tackles. Former Georgia Tech star and Detroit Lions wide receiver Calvin Megatron Johnson is your Madden 13 cover boy. Over 20 million fans voted in the 7-week contest for who they wanted to see on the sought-after cover of the latest Madden video game. Johnson beat out Panthers QB Cam Newton with 52% of the vote to grace the cover of the game, which launches this August for PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. 25 women and 25 men were selected as nominees for the prestigious Tewaaraton Award, recognizing the nation's top lacrosse male and female collegiate players. 10 women and 5 men represented the conference. Highlighting the men is 2011 winner Steele Stanwick of Virginia and the ACC's Co-Defensive Player of the Year CJ Constabile out of Duke. On the women's side, Maryland tied North Carolina for the most players to make the nominees list, with the nation's best 3 representing each school. It includes Terrapin Katie Schwartzman, who was the finalist last year. The list will be narrowed to 5 finalists on May 10th. Clemson's Corbin Mills and Georgia Tech's James White were selected to represent the U.S. team that will compete in the 2012 Palmer Cup. The annual Ryder Style Cup competition will be held in Northern Ireland in late June. The U.S. leads the Cup Series 8-6-1 and has won 2 straight.